Hi everybody, today's another day in the garden. As always, it's about the normal. I know I seem to be doing the same thing every day, and I know I'm getting a few less views, but hey, who cares? I know you guys enjoy this, those of you who do, so I'm going to keep doing it. Not giving up just because I don't quite have as many views before. This again is a bridge sea, otherwise known as a Bolivian torch. You can see this has a lot of sunburn on it, but you can see it's growing past the sunburn now right there. It's got about this much that didn't get sunburned. So you can see where the tip was here and where it got sunburnt and how it grew out. You can see in the back here how it didn't get sunburnt, so you can tell it's going to grow just fine. You can see this little part here has a little bit of sunburn. That's not bad. This pup has some sunburn that it went through, but it went through and had no problems. This one is starting to grow off, and there's another one over here, two other ones that are starting to grow off here pretty well. Sorry if the focus isn't the best. I need to get a new camera soon, and that's on the list of things to do in the next few weeks. That way I can give you guys a better image. I just have to wait until I get paid for a few weeks and then I can get one. So coming over here, we have a bunch of different stuff. I'm going to show you my TBMB. This one is just the old original one. I took some clones of this to go downstairs, and I used clones from some other guys too to help me out. This one actually, believe it or not, this one came from Amazon. And I was like, okay, I was just going to do it because these are really expensive, and it was a cheap one on Amazon, and it was just the first pup, and it was just the base, and there was one pup coming off of it, and it wasn't rooted much or anything. They just kind of cut it off, and I had to root it and everything, and somehow it decided to root and it started to go off and pup up. I think this is the one that was the first one. I think it was this one was the first pup that comes all the way down to the stem here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this one here. Let me get it better. You can see I'm pretty sure it was this pup here, this long skinny one. That's the one that's connected to the base here. And this one, I believe, is the one that was first. But hold on, let's double check. Yes, this is the one that was connected first. You can see as they grow. Oh, hey, here's another pup. Sweet. That's why you want to look around at these things. I don't do it too much, but it's about time to switch my garden around so they can get some different, sun in different parts. But for now, I'm doing it. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pups there, and there's another one over here. So I have 6 pups now growing on my TBMB here. So that's pretty good. I think they'll grow pretty fat because we're outside and we got a lot of good sun. It's going to be a little different than the inside ones because the inside ones I have to adjust more on the lighting. Coming over here, we have a couple of cool ones here that are little ones. I'm going to take these and probably test them out and put them in a little bigger pot, but I'm not going to put them in huge pots. This one here, pretty cool. It's getting bigger fast now. It didn't want to get big for years, and now it's starting to. You can see the new growth is darker and the older growth is lighter, and it just looks funky. It looks really cool. And that's actually, believe it or not, that is a bridge sea by Camorra's Giant. Not Camorra's Spiny Giant, Camorra's Giant. So this, I believe, would be where they would get the idea for a Spiny Giant. They probably took Camorra's Giant, and they probably took it by some other open pollinated or something else to get it, so it did something monstrous. I had 1 or 2 more of these, but they didn't live and they weren't going anywhere, so I just kind of let them go. This one here is pretty cool. I thought it was just going to be dead because it was just all rotted at the top, and then it just decided at the end of last year, beginning of this year, it was going to pup up and it was going to just continue its journey with the same number of spines and everything. So I don't know if it's a pup or if it actually just decided to grow through its problems. Coming over here, we have, and again, you'll see me turn these a bit. You'll see some more of these. As you can see, there's a little spot there, but you have 3 of them growing here. So as I said, they just have a little bit of difference now with how they're doing their sunlight. So it's about time to turn them. I'm doing about 1/4 to 1/2 turn on them. Coming over here, we have another one. This one has a pup there. This one grew from the bottom. These were both cuttings, and these cuttings came from, I believe it was that one there that's got the 3 spikes that there. If it wasn't there, it was, where is the other one that it could have been from? The other one, I'll bring it over here. If those 2 aren't from that, they're from this one. I'll come back to that one and talk about it. So anyway, these are looking good and they're pretty happy. So I'm not going to really do much to them, let them grow for another couple of years, and then I'm going to separate them. Coming over here, we have one that bifurcated at birth. So it's pretty cool to have one that's just a double automatically. Hopefully I get some pups from this at some point and I can go ahead and have some fun with these and get it to pup off and have a big stand. As you can see, this one here is a little bit, this one here, you can see a little bit of sponginess almost. I don't call it rot because it's not rotting, it's just not quite right. And it just a little bit soft, but it always ends up firming up and it turns into cacti wood in the end for me. So it's kind of cool to see. Coming over here, we have the one that pups. I'm not going to turn this one because I want to have, well, I'm going to do this. I'm only going to turn it about this much. And this whole, you can see this is starting to break. So I'm going to have to repot that, the whole plant this year. So I didn't want to turn it too far with the pups. This one here is the one that was all sunburnt. I'm going to move it around now and give it some more sun. You can see it's now starting to come up through. This one came from this plant here, the one that's got all those pups on the top and on the bottom that we talk about. So that one's pretty cool. Coming over here, we have another one. This one's in about a half gallon of soil, and this one is from seed. These are all from seed unless it's the three that I talk about, the bridge C, straight bridge C, the straight, otherwise known as the straight, sorry, the straight Bolivian torch. This one is basically, it's a Bolivian torch that's got its own monstrose growth. Monstrose means it's not normal and it looks weird. So you can see that monstrose growth on there. This one has a lot of pups. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pups it's got. So I don't really want to move this one. And if I move this one, it's half around. So I'll move it. There we go. So more back here. Small ones I didn't transplant out yet. A lot of these. So you see me move these. This one here is another top. This one's growing well. There we go. This one's doing well. This one is starting to get bigger. It's starting to fan up a bit at the top. It's the pot size that's making this skinny more than anything. So coming over here, we have another one. Well, actually 2 more. But this one, oh, is pupped twice. Okay. So there's those 2 pups there. And then this one just pupped 2. And I didn't notice that. It's been pupping for a few days. Maybe I didn't, I wasn't paying attention. So anyway, coming over here, we have one I like. It's got a few spots that are not perfect, a few blemishes on here, but it's doing pretty well. It's growing well in the sun. It likes the sun. It's growing big, it's growing fast. And I think it grew about this much this year. I think it was this much, or it's this much. I can't remember. It's either this much, or this much. I believe it's this much because this is where the blue cuts off and starts getting green again. But I don't remember. I'd have to look at the videos. So coming over here, we've got the one that's got a lot of pups. So we have the 2 on the top. We have 1 there. We have 2 there. And we have 3 there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 pups on here. And it seems like these 2 aren't growing as well, but now that they've got some sun on them, I think they'll grow better. This is going to be an awesome stand in a few more years. Coming back here, this one here is a pretty cool stand. You can see it got sunburn right there, and it really sunburnt. But as I've said before, I have not gone and put any shade cloths, or I didn't adjust it to the light. I just put it right in. So you can see here's another one that's starting to get big. Unfortunately, it got skinny in the middle from the winter, but now it's starting to get fat. So probably I'll do like what I did with this one, cut it back to about here. I always say this, but I'll cut it back to about here and up to about here. And this mid segment here, I'll cut in half. I will take this segment here, and this is enough that I can put in the ground. This puck can be put in the ground and it can be rooted. This part from here to here, from here to here, that'll just be, well, to about here, that'll just be a just one center section I'm going to put in the ground, kind of like what I did with these here, and let it pup. So I'm not as worried about looks right now as I was. I'm more worried about getting these all done and more planted through. Coming through to another one I think is really cool, and this one may end up going into a fair, even though it's got blemishes. This one stayed up pretty good. As I said, all of these are Bridge C by Camorra's Giant. coming over here, we've got this one that's pretty cool. It got up to about 3 feet, a little bit more maybe, and I was trying to take it in, and it was bending all of the dirt that was, all the soil that was in, and this was in a different pot, as well as all of, no, this was in this pot, never mind, this was in this pot, as well as starting to bend here. So I just, well, up here a little more, so I just cut it back here, where, because I knew I already had one pup come in, the second pup came up without me paying much attention to it, and then finally this third pup came up this year. So I'm gonna start getting a stand off of this one, which is pretty cool. Coming over to these ones, these are more that have been cut from segments. Again, I can't remember. I've come to the point where I can't remember if I cut it from that segment there or that segment there. So technically this is a no ID. All of these are no IDs or noids. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? You just gotta, you know, figure, I'm the one that's making these from seeds. I'm gonna have to figure out the best ones and name them myself. So hey, what a bummer, I get to name the clones myself. Oh man. So anyway, this one here, pardon me, this one here is pretty cool because I had let this go for years just to get through and do its thing. And I had put it in upside down, so it wasn't rooting or anything. And I figured it was gonna go bad, but I decided that I was gonna pull it out and I was just gonna shove it back in the ground and see what happens. About 4 months later, and I got this pup. So hey, sometimes you just need to shove it back in after you pull it out and it'll do it. Coming over to this one here, you can see there's some blemishes and sunburn. Over the winter, it got a little bit skinny and it's coming back out now. If this would have not had the blemishes, this would have been great for doing a fair with, minus that little in spot there. This one here is pretty cool. It's getting a pup on the side. This one also pupped up tall. And again, I can't remember if it's from that one there that's got the 3 segment, or if it's from that one way back there that's been cut twice. I cannot remember. Back here is another single. This one's doing pretty well. I have to start turning these a little more. I didn't turn them. Hold on. Turn. Turn. Oh geez, these are really set in there. Oh my. Turn. This one needs to be turned. Maybe I did turn it, but hey, I'm going to turn it more. I'm going to turn the ones as I go here. Went through that one. Went around with this one. And yeah, I know you're getting a little bit of a different view. This one here needs to be turned just a little more. Okay. This one needs to be turned. This one needs to be turned. And it needs to be tied up to this. Oh geez, that's gonna be a pain to tie it up to the stake. Oh my. So anyway, these get turned. I think I turned this, but I'll turn it a little more. Nothing wrong with that. These ones here are doing pretty well. Nothing much going on with them. I don't see any pups on them. This is another one that had bifurcated at birth, so it's not uncommon for this to happen. Seems to be a genetic trait of this exact ones that I grew. So it just seems to be a genetic trait. Coming back here is the other one that I had bought. This is a straight Bridge C, otherwise known as a Bolivian torch. Not much going on there. I just kept it in a small pot and let it go crappy. I only plan to use this for breeding. So I just have to get one cut off, get it going, and just flower it, get the pollen off of there, and then just go. So this is the one I've been talking about that I can't remember if this is where I cut off stuff or if I cut off these plants or these tips, or if I use these elsewhere. But these again are skinny enough that I probably did take some of these as tips, because this one was up here. It was pretty tall, it was about 3 feet as well, and I couldn't get this one inside either without it falling. So as you can see, this one really had a long ways to go, but I couldn't get it any bigger. So there's one pup, there's the second, there's the third, and the fourth one is actually starting to grow. So hey, can't go wrong with that. So it's time to turn this one a little bit, see if there's anything else. Nope. This one here, these are doing well, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pups coming out of there. So this one will turn into a stand as well. So we have this one here, small little one, but it's looking good, doesn't have any blemishes on it. This one might turn out to be one for a fair. And I believe I got through all of them. If I missed one, I apologize. I tried to get them all. I think I missed 1 or 2, but hey, it'll happen and it'll come back. So thank you guys very much. Sorry that all the focusing is in and out. As I said, I need to get myself a new camera. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great day.